welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to share a game that I've been really excited about lately, and that's Stranger Heroes, a casual tower defense game with a very unique chibi art style, featuring all kinds of characters ranging from modern and cyberpunk to anime-inspired heroes. They all fight together against waves of monsters on one-of-a-kind maps, such as a baseball field or even a refrigerator. Just hearing that already sounds funny, right? But this game actually has more depth than you might expect. Today's video is dedicated to new players, especially free-to-play players, because I believe that if you know how to optimize your progression from the start, you can absolutely build an extremely powerful team without spending a single dollar. As for spending and more advanced strategies, I'll save those topics for future videos. Before getting into anything else, I want to mention something that a lot of people tend to overlook when starting a new game: gift codes. It sounds simple, but in reality, this is one of the biggest sources of resources for new players, especially in newly released games like Stranger Heroes. Publishers usually release a lot of codes during the launch period to attract players, and if you miss them, it's honestly a huge loss because the rewards can include summon tickets, characters, upgrade materials, and many other valuable resources. I've already put the codes in the video description below. Just go into the game, find the code redemption section, and enter them right away. Don't let them expire and go to waste. This is truly the very first thing you should do after installing the game, before doing anything else. Next, once you're in the game, the first thing you need to focus on is the main quest. This is the backbone of the entire early game experience because the main quest not only helps you level up the fastest, but also continuously unlocks new features. Stranger Heroes has quite a few different systems, and most of them remain locked until you reach a certain level or stage. Because of that, if you spend your time doing other things while ignoring the main quest, you'll be limiting your own progress significantly. My strategy is simple. Whenever you sit down to play, push the main quest as far as possible first, then go back and work on other activities. Once you've cleared the early stages available for the day, that's when you should spend time on your daily and weekly tasks. Talking about this, I have to mention daily quests and weekly quests. These are two sources of rewards that you should never miss, not even for a single day. Most gacha games today are designed so that daily quests can be completed within 10 to 15 minutes, and Stranger Heroes is no exception. The rewards from daily and weekly quests usually include summon tickets, which are extremely important for free-to-play players because this is one of the main ways to obtain legendary characters without spending money. Besides daily and weekly quests, don't forget about achievements. Achievements may seem like a side feature, but I've seen a lot of new players completely ignore them. In reality, accumulating achievements over time can provide a massive amount of rewards. Just keep completing them consistently, and you'll eventually notice the difference. Another important habit that you need to build from day one is checking your in-game mail every day. It sounds simple, but even I used to forget about it during my first few days of playing. The in-game mail is where the publisher sends event rewards, maintenance compensation, and many other bonuses that you won't find anywhere else. Most mails have an expiration date, and if you don't claim them in time, those rewards are gone forever. So make checking your mail part of your daily routine whenever you log in. It only takes a few seconds, but the value you get from it can be significant. Now, I want to talk about the shop. This is a place that free-to-play players should visit regularly, but also know when to stop. In Stranger Heroes, besides items that require premium currency or real money, there is always a section dedicated to free items. Your job every day is to go there and claim everything you can without spending anything. It may seem like a small detail, but over time, all those free rewards add up and create a noticeable advantage compared to players who ignore them. As for spending real money in the shop, I'll save that topic for another video where I can break everything down in more detail. That video will be specifically for players who want to invest in the game as efficiently as possible. One of the systems I value the most for new players is the 7-day goal system. This is truly an incredibly valuable source of resources that the game provides during your first 7 days. If you complete all the objectives in the 7-day goals event, the rewards you receive will help you progress much faster than players who ignore this system. This is also why I always say that the first 7 days in a new game are the most important. If you take full advantage of them, your foundation will be much stronger in the long run. So every day when you log into the game, take a look at the 7-day goals list and prioritize those objectives alongside pushing the main quest. Speaking of login rewards, Stranger Heroes has a daily check-in system that you absolutely should not miss. The reason is simple. If you check in for 7 consecutive days, you'll receive an extremely powerful legendary character for your team. This is one of the best ways for free-to-play players to obtain a legendary character without spending anything other than logging into the game every day. And if you continue checking in consistently, you'll eventually get the opportunity to choose another legendary character as well. This time, you can pick whichever one you want. As for which legendary you should choose, I want to do more research and make a separate video about it because it's an important decision, and I don't want you to make the wrong choice. For now, the important thing is to never forget your daily check-in. Even on days when you don't have much time to play, just open the app, claim your check-in reward, and close it if you need to. I also want to mention something small that many people tend to forget: online rewards, sometimes called online rewards or time-based login rewards. These are rewards that accumulate automatically while you're online, but you still need to claim them manually. I've seen a lot of players finish playing and exit the game without collecting them, which means those rewards go to waste. The value of each claim may not seem like much, but if you play consistently every day, those rewards add up to a significant amount of resources over the course of a month. The mindset of "it's too small to matter" is exactly what separates strong free-to-play players from weak free-to-play players. Also, whenever you see a reward that requires watching an ad, just go ahead and watch it. It doesn't cost any money and only takes a little bit of time, while the rewards will help make your account a little stronger. Now I want to talk about a pretty interesting feature in the game called Draws X1000, which allows you to perform a massive number of summons at once. This is a very important source of characters, and what's interesting is that you don't need to do any special grinding to unlock it. All you need to do is progress through the main quest. The system requires you to reach specific stages, and those stages are naturally part of the main quest progression. This is yet another reason why pushing the main quest as quickly as possible should be your #1 priority during the early game. Once you've cleared the required stages, the Draws X1000 feature will unlock, giving you access to a large number of pulls for summoning new characters. Finally, I want to talk about hero upgrades. This is the most important factor affecting your team's overall power. On your first day in the game, after checking in, you'll receive a legendary character. At that point, you should invest all of your upgrade resources into that character and that character alone. Don't spread your resources across multiple characters at the same time when you don't have enough legendary characters yet. If the main quest requires you to upgrade another character, only upgrade them as much as necessary to complete the objective. Otherwise, you'll end up with several weak characters instead of one truly powerful carry. Once you obtain your second legendary, third legendary, and more legendary characters later on, that's when you can start distributing resources to upgrade them as well. Upgrading multiple legendary characters will also help you complete objectives in the 3-day goal event during your first day. So keep that in mind when managing your resources. That's everything I wanted to share in today's beginner guide for Stranger Heroes. To summarize, your priorities during the first few days should be: redeem gift codes immediately, check your mail and claim online rewards every day, never miss a check-in, push the main quest as far as possible, complete your daily and weekly tasks, claim every free item available in the shop, stay on top of your 7-day goals, and focus your upgrade resources on the legendary characters you currently have. If you do all of these things, I can confidently say that you'll have an incredibly strong start compared to players who don't know how to optimize their progression. In future videos, I'll go deeper into team building, which characters are the strongest, which legendary character you should choose after completing 7 days of check-ins, and guides for players who want to invest in the game intelligently. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss future videos. I'll continue bringing you the latest information and updates about Stranger Heroes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.